Hey guys, Patrick from Art Storefronts, and I wanted to make a video just to clear up any remaining confusion about how you're going to get your list updated and sorted and what it all looks like. And so here I am inside of Ads Manager, inside Facebook, and if I go up to the upper left-hand corner here and I click Audiences, it's going to ask me to create a custom audience. And so I can go Create Audience, Custom Audience, Customer File, because that's what we're doing. Did that a little quick. Customer file. There's other options too, but for now we're going to do customer file. And up here at the top it says add customers from your own file, copy and paste data. And LTV teaser, that's down here, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So I accept. It'll give you this little prompt for the first time if you've never done this, and you're going to go ahead and just click I accept. And what you can see here is they have a download template file. Now we've provided a template file for you already that you can use, but if you prefer to download the one from Facebook, you can certainly do that as well. And so here it is, download template file. And if I download that, I'm not going to because I already have, it's gonna give you a CSV file that has all of these various different fields. Now I've taken this sheet and expanded the columns and kind of cleaned up the data the way that I like to look at it. And so let's talk about what it kicks out. It's got email, 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 and you're like, wait a minute. 3 emails? That's crazy. This is just Facebook letting you know that if you have multiple emails for people, perhaps you're going through your personal database, or you're doing the family and friends like I explained in the podcast episode. They might have multiple emails. They might have a work address and a personal address, and oftentimes you don't know which one they signed up for Facebook with, right? I mean, usually it's going to be their personal email address, but you never know. So if you've got a work email address for them, you can throw that in there too if you do have double ups. The more data we give Facebook, the better off it is. I probably don't have 3 emails for anybody, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that one. Okay, phone. It shows you the various different formats that it likes and it'll take. I don't generally put the 1 in front of them. Facebook's pretty good at figuring out that, if you've got the 3, you've got the 3. But this is the format that Facebook's recommending, so we probably want to stick to it. And again, cell phone, home phone. If you've got 2, go ahead and throw those in there. If you've got a work phone, you can throw those in there. It's really just about how thorough you want to be. In my instances, I only ever put up 1. The the Madid, almost looks like Madrid. This is the mobile advertiser thing. You don't need it. Just ignore it. So FN is what they call first name. LN, last name. Zip, pretty straightforward. They're showing you that they'll take everything. They'll take, postal codes if these people are in London, Southwest 1A. I think that's what that is. It'll take the multiple format, or it'll just take a single line. I usually just put in a single line. That's fine. City, here it is. It's showing you how they do it. I don't think the capital or uncapital matters, so there's that. State, you can use it spelled out, I think, or you can do the state abbreviation. But again, let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's stick with what Facebook's got running. So let's use that format. And then on country, they've got country codes. And I'm not sure what country code they use exactly. Brazil, France, GB. Might need to do some more Googling on that, but there's country codes. Okay, DOB. I don't know why you'd have DOB. That's crazy if you have DOB. But if you do have DOB, and if you do have the year that they were born, and you do have the gender, the more data you give Facebook, the better off you are. And age, I don't know why you would have this calculation. And unique user ID, you can just delete that. You don't have the unique user ID. You don't need that. And I think that's what it is anyway. So that's the cleaned up sheet that comes down from Facebook. And then what we're going to add is we're going to add the LTV column. Now in this LTV column is where you're going to put in, you're going to put in the total number. And so let's just say that Elizabeth Olsen has bought over the course of the life, she's bought 3 pieces for $100 each. So you know what I'm going to do? $300. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to $300 in there. If, let's just say, Andrew Jameson has never bought anything, tell Facebook that. He's on your list, but he's never bought anything, so he's not worth anything to you. So we're going to just go ahead and put in the 0. And I don't know if I need the dollar signs. I'm going to follow up in next week's episode on the podcast with the exact LTV, so I'll get to the bottom of that. But this is where you put it in. It's not the number of pieces that they've bought or sold. It's the total amount. And one other piece of clarification. Let's just say, for some individuals, you don't have any of this information. All you have, you don't even have their email. You don't even have their phone number. All you have is this. You got their first name, their last name, you have their zip code, you have what city they're in, you have their state, and you have their country, right? You can put in whatever data you have. If it's somewhat incomplete, that's okay. This right here, Thomas Dubois, that's probably enough to find Thomas Dubois. So we throw that in there and we give Facebook a shot at trying to match it to that individual person. So as you're filling out your sheet, it's kind of start looking a little bit hodgepodgey, right? You know, you're going to have some data for some people, you're going to have incomplete data for other people, and that's totally okay. That's totally okay. So that's what you do. You just start filling it out. You just start rolling with it, and once you get the sheet complete, we can talk about how you upload it and what forms that you put in, and how you match the fields. But Facebook will know based on these headers everything that you need. So step one is just start working on this list. In next week's episode, I'll actually upload a dummy list and make a video for that as well. Okay.